All right, we are here. We're live. We're taking your requests. Get your questions in. Super chats, get a spin of the wheel. We don't have anything crazy for prizes. And on the side there or below or wherever it shows up for the chat box, make sure you answer our poll. This week's poll is, are you stoked on snowboard movies? Because we have yes, no, Buckhouse vlogs only, need that short format shit. So feel free to do that. I know we got a bunch of you guys in here watching, and when we get a little bit more, I'm going to show you what just showed up from one of you guys. One of the nice little gifts you decided to send to us. So we're going to definitely do that. But before we do that, I think we got a few super chats we need to catch up on. So let's get those out of the way. And it wouldn't be a live stream without Letters being the first to super chat. If the first spin goes burn, it's not Letters. Did it actually spin? Yeah, because I spun it. Well, got yourself. I'll just throw that in your jumbo ass package that I still haven't shipped out yet. This dude keeps getting stickers all the time. It's all the stickers. Okay. And then we got our boy Jonathan Basilius throwing my money away with another post Letters spin. Let's see what goes on. Phew. Jeez. You also won too. You guys know how to get a hold of me if you want me to mail them. Info at Angry Snowboarder. Let's see what else we got here. See if we got any questions going on. No? All right. Well, we got our boy Ian, which I think it's very appropriate that we talk about this package that came in, because this did come in from our boy Ian. He was like, this is pretty difficult to get, but I got lucky. Hashtag spray skiers. Straight from the land of the rising sun, Japanese Zima. Little pull tab bottle opener. Also, this bottle just seems smaller than the regular Zima. It's like so. Oh my God, it is. Like, look at this. Look at the size difference in this. That's so. They're so different. But my favorite thing is made to mix right there on the bottom of the label, where this one just says refreshing citrus beverage. But it's perfect timing, because we're going to start dropping the Angry Snowboarder 15th anniversary Zima sticker. Should be in the store hopefully by next week. I got to order them, but yeah, so super stoked on this, Ian. Thank you. This means a lot to us. This is definitely going to go up on the altar for next week's live stream and for any videos we film. But yes, that was amazing. Next question gets a spin. Let's find one here. Let's find a question. Okay, we got one here from our boy Matthew Platt. Is the Wire Directive a solid rad dad board? That is a quintessential Canadian rad dad board. So, if you're not Canadian, you just have to say A every time you jump something. A. That board's fun. You're good, dude. You're good. And you got the spin, so stoked for this. Ooh, person 4 up gets a spin. 1, 2, 3. It goes back to our boy, Ian. It's a rebate. We're doing this. This is all for you guys. So remember to eat your pocket bacon. Did you eat any pocket bacon today, TC?
No, he had breakfast sausage.
Was it pocket sausage?
No.
You don't eat pocket sausage?
No.
You're not down with pocket sausage.
No, just pocket dogs. No tube pocket steak dogs. Either.
Pocket
no
glizzies?
Tube steak. Pocket
tube
glizzies.
Steaks. Tube steak smothered. Okay, well, we got this super chat from Mike T. The apocalypse is upon us. No, it's the cuckening. It's the cuckening. Cuckmaster Supreme, David, our moderator, is there. He will embrace your wife. You will be part of the cuckold. All right. And Slim Whitman's mom. Can't forget Slim Whitman's mom. Because evidently Slim Whitman was birthed from a woman. I mean, that's generally how it works, right? Okay, so we got another super chat from Letters. Gear swaps, good deals or old beat up crap? Both. It kind of depends where you're at and who's doing what. So, like, I've seen screaming deals there, and I've seen just absolutely ancient ass shit that's nobody wants. You got any good gear swaps tales, TC?
I mean, I've never bought anything from a gear swap. I've tried to sell stuff in it, and some, like, you pretty much just have to give it away if you want to get rid of it at those, I feel like. But depending on the gear swap, I mean, there was one in Steamboat that they do every year that's actually pretty good. Like, I've had a few friends throw a bunch of their old stuff in there that's in pretty good shape just because they want to get rid of it. But I don't know. I'm not huge on gear swaps, really. A lot of it is beat up, I would say.
Yeah. So when I lived back east, I used to have to go do them for one of the shops I worked for. And it would be like a bunch of shops from the area, and we'd all come together at like a lodge at a different resort or something. And we would do it. And I remember I was working this one, and this dude straight up rolled up with like 1960s skis, like the boots were right above your ankle, the leather. And we were like, we're not taking these in. We're not taking these in. And he was arguing with us, and we're like, there's no releasable binding. I mean, some of this shit looked like it might have been from World War II. He might have been in the 10th Mountain Division. I don't know. And he got all angry about it. And he's like, fuck you all. And he was selling it outside the swap in the parking lot. And his prices were ridiculous. And I was like, if I go out there, if I buy these, do I get a Purple Heart? Like, I need to know. It was bad, but it's hit or miss. Sometimes there's deals and sometimes there isn't. But generally, I would say it's probably 70% crap, 30% deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Ooh, person 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Goes right back to our boy Orion with his weekly donation of hashtag spray skiers. I was like, Jesus, this is everywhere. It's everywhere. Well, remember to subscribe. Let's take some questions now. Okay. Oh, I got to ask you about this one. And this is good because Tibby TT brought this up. Kevin from Snowboard Pro Camp is making a late charge to lead the Kook-apocalypse by putting clue bindings on the Capita Aeronaut. What the fuck? What do you think of putting those shitty bindings on that board?
No, that's like a sin against snowboarding. Like, holy hell, dude. That's... Man, if Arthur Longo saw that, he'd be so fucking pissed. like, oh my, dude. It's like putting a pair of Burton Freestyles from like 2000s on like a brand new Aeronaut. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
Goddamn. Was that what he's riding this year, though? Is Clues in an Aeronaut?
I guess he's taking money from anyone that'll give it to him, it looks like. I can't wait for our clue bindings to show up so I can just shit on them and destroy how bad they are put together. Like,
oh, yeah.
They're awful. It's an awful binding. It's a design concept that never should have got this far. Like, everyone that's bought the first generation of them, they literally bought it's like buying an open beta game on Steam. You know, like, ugh. Oh yeah. And Peter Dabrowski letting us know that Mount Bachelor got snow this week, so that's good. And this one's for you from Sam Duty. TC, gonna let a few buttons down on that shirt?
No, all the way up.
All the way up.
All the way up. All the way up.
You're only gonna unbutton from the bottom up.
The bottom ones, the belly button hangs out, but the top ones are gonna stay nice and tight.
Oh no, but our boy Pat from Ski Cooper thinks you should lose a button for every super chat. I mean, you'd be naked. That money, you'd lose everything.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. All right. We got Cameron Holmrast. Did Santa Cruz Snowboards vanish for this coming season? I'm going to assume that they did. Like, Santa Cruz Snowboards is kind of like the herpes of snowboarding. Just when you think it's gone, it pops back up and lets you know it's still around. It's like,
it's kind of like Sims now too, though.
Sims is on. There's a bunch of these phantom ass brands that just show up, and you're like, why do you even exist? I don't get it. I don't understand where it's coming from.
No, I honestly thought Santa Cruz was gone, like 15 years ago, probably.
So the reason I do snowboard reviews is because of the Santa Cruz Panther pliers. Robbie Seld's bro model, basically, in the early 2000s. And I bought it because I talked with the rep and I thought it was going to fit everything I needed. And I was still young. So before I started doing reviews and started really paying attention to stuff. So I bought that board. I fucking absolutely hate that board. It's hanging from my old shop kid's garage ceiling right now. I think he actually like wood screws through the damn thing right into the friggin' cross beams on it. But I'm pretty sure I traded that for a bunch of Burger King milkshakes and maybe a cheese. No, I take it back. I know exactly what I traded it for. It was 2 double cheeseburgers from the Double Diamond Bar with a side of fries and $50. So I could go drinking that night. That's what I did.
Steamboat?
No. My brother used to own a bar called the Double Diamond back in New York.
Yeah, okay.
So I fucking hated that thing. But that's the whole reason I do is because the Santa Cruz board rode so bad. And I was like, I just, when the rep showed up mid-season to check on us, I was like, you fucking lied to me. So he's like, I don't know what to tell you. And I was like, I don't know, maybe the truth next time. Board fucking sucked ass. It's also a 157.5. And it had structure, and so it was made at GST. Good factory, just horrible board. All right. From Jesse, you guys recommend the Burton Impact shorts? You wear Impact shorts, so that's on you.
Yeah. It depends on which ones they are. I have the ones with the G-Shock or the G-Form. I don't remember. It's got a G in it. Yeah, the G-Form. I do recommend those ones. That's what I wear, are the G-Form ones by Burton. They're kind of hard to find, but I definitely recommend those. If it's the other ones with like foam that's already like curved and everything around your legs, don't get those ones because those ones don't really do anything. It's just having like 4-inch piece of foam in there, just getting in the way. But the ones that are tight on you, like just a pair of like running shorts, get those ones for sure. Or compression shorts, I guess. Yeah.
I don't know. We got an email today from this company. They've emailed us like fucking so many goddamn times. Where is it? They're called Inhuman Snowboarding. Great name, right? I always think of Inhumanoids when I see this, but like, this is Logan Messenger. I'm the product manager for Inhuman Snowboarding. We had an amazing season last year at Inhuman, and we're always looking for some more coverage on our products. If you're accepting collaborations at this time, I'd love to send you a pair of our signature Impact shorts to review. Feel free to check out our site, inhumansnowboarding.com. Link doesn't actually click. I'd have to type it in. And let me know if you're interested. I'd love to discuss it. This kid has sent an email like every month for the last 6 months, I think. And I'm just like, their website is just trash. And they look like Alibaba Express. They're just like this other company, Ripple or whatever, that does all these stupid ass targeted ads. And the guy's like, because I wear these Impact shorts, I don't fall anymore. And I'm like, no, the reason you don't fall anymore is you're riding more. So you actually develop some skills. But the big problem is, dude, you're super toe heavy on your board slide. So you're just falling forward. But I'm like, this kid's working with Buckhouse. And I'm like, no, I'm like, right there. You're just, no, you don't do anything for snowboarding. Game over. You're selling your stuff for $65. I could literally go on Alibaba Express and slap an Angry logo on it for probably $10. And I'm like, I'm out. There you go. Angry Snowboarder Impact shorts coming 2085. I'll be 103. You might still be alive. I'll be dead.
And 93, I'm not living to 93.
I don't think I'm making it to 50, but whatever. All right. Well, we got this super chat from Ernesto 006. What were your first 5 snowboards? Black Snow Edge, Kemper Freestyle 165, Burton Kelly Air, Avalanche Demon Dagger, and a Division 23 Steve Blakely. Okay. So first board was a Lamar Adam Merriman with Morrow low back bindings and Airwalk half pipe freestyle. So it was my first. Take that back. Second snowboard, because my first one in 1987, I got a Black Snow with no bindings. It had just the traction bed, and my brother screwed some canvas straps that we would slide through, and it had 2 metal skags on the bottom and a power channel down the middle, and it was probably like a 119. It was tiny, all nose, no tail. So I had that. Then I bought, it was a 94 Adam Merriman Lamar Pro with the Morrow lowbacks. And then from that, I had a 152. That was a 157.5 or 158. I think it was a 57.5. Had this weird shovel tip to it with a weird kick. And then I upgraded the next year to a Mark Morissette 152 Type A that my brother had pressed in the factory he was working in. And I know my brother pressed it because he's dyslexic and the base graphic was backwards. And that was how you could tell that my brother had pressed them, because all the graphics were supposed to be on the tail and it was supposed to be the Type A. They were up on the nose and backwards. He put them in backwards because of his dyslexia. And I had that, and then I upgraded to a set of Burton custom freestyles. So that was board number 2. Then board number 3 was the James Bond Burton custom, and I carried over those custom freestyles to it, then replaced them with a set of Solomon SP3s. Got rid of that board, went to a Burton Dragon 159 that I broke, and they gave me a Burton code for replacement under warranty. Got rid of that. And at about this time, I'd started hopping on the Drake train. So I was rocking, I had 2 different sets of F60s that I think I picked up for $50 for 2 pairs. But yeah, those were like my first couple boards I had. And then after I sold the code, then I ended up with that Santa Cruz Panther Ply. Fuck that board. Fuck that board. Fucking hate that board. That's kind of that's what I started with. What were yours, TC?
I was on a liquid. I don't know what model of liquid it was. Yeah, just a liquid with liquid bindings, matching bindings, and boots. And
were
then
they the blue boots?
They were like gray, black, and red.
Okay, I know which ones those were.
Yeah, and then
they didn't have a liner either. They were linerless, weren't they?
I think so. Yeah. They were. The whole setup was $100.
Yeah.
So you got that, and then after that, it was a Burton Clash with freestyle bindings.
Ooh.
Yep, with Burton Hale boots. And then it went to a Rosignol Retox board, which I got to find that board. I love that board. That was fun still. Still to this day, that's a fun board. But I had that board with Forum 1.8 Vs.
Ooh.
They were heavy duty.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was a GNU Park Pickle. Because I had that Rosignol Retox for like 8 years, something like that. I had that thing since it came out, like the first year until probably until I was like 22.
Damn.
Yeah. And then Park Pickle, and then it was a K2 Cool Bean, and then I could keep going, I guess, but we probably don't need to. But that's what I started off with.
Boards are still sitting behind you.
Yeah, and then eventually, and then it was a War Pig, a Mercury, a Super DOA,
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know.
And then we just get into the regular
you had
times.
better boards than I did.
Yeah.
Ooh, spin Spin again. Oh my God. It's just hitting nonstop. There we go. You won yourself a small sticker pack, sir. You won it. Hit me up, info@angrysnowboarder with your mailing address. And eventually in the future, I will get that in the mail. No promises that it'll go out tomorrow or this next week because I'm so far behind with mailing shit out because I'm awful. I'm so fucking awful. All right. All right. We got this one from DZ. Need bindings for my ray gun snowboard. I'm on a budget. Please recommend something good on a budget. So if you're on a budget and you're looking for something that's going to be solid and you can usually pick up a last year's, I would recommend probably you could do like a K2 Indie, and that's solid. It'll get you through and it'll match that ray gun. But if you can find them, either the Battalion Chaos, no, it's the Chaos or the Fly. It's the Battalion Fly, and then, or is it the Rome Fly? No, it's the Battalion Fly or the Rome Chaos. I think that's it. Anyways, those are the models. Those ones are relatively easy to find. That, or if you absolutely have to, a Union STR will get the job done too. What are you throwing out there?
First, you had it backwards. It's Battalion Chaos.
Okay.
The Rome Fly. Yeah. You had it right the first time. But yeah, I was gonna say an STR would be a good one, just because it is in that price point there. But I mean, if you could find last year's, they were like 160, 140, something like that during like the Christie sales, which it might still be on sale for. I was gonna say like a C6. And
C6,
then you could always,
yeah, I mean, oh my God, I forgot. Christie's is blowing C6 us. They still have them on their website for like 119 or 129. That's a killer deal right there.
Yeah, and I would say that's going to be like bang for your budget right there for sure. Or it's originally $260 binding, something like that, and then now it's $130. So I'd say that for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you got options. Like if you hunt around, like our affiliate links, if you hunt any of those shops, they're blowing. But Christie's especially is blowing stuff out big time. Their last year's stuff, because I think I saw a set of formulas for like 189, or maybe cheaper than maybe it's 169 from K2, and I was like, damn, that's a good price too. So yeah. All right. We'll take this one from CM. As someone who does their own basic tuning, if I wanted to get a fancy preseason tune somewhere, what should I ask for? Hard carver, all-around rider. What would you have them ask for if they came into the shop and wanted you to tune it?
I would say definitely a new structure on it, and then just like a full wax probably, which should come with the structure, but I would specify it just to make sure, because sometimes they'll do like a full tune on it is what I would say. Like just tell them to do a full tune. They'll do the edges. They'll do like that full structure. They should put a fresh wax on it as well. And it should be all ready for the season, especially if you're just like hard carving. I would say just do like your standard edge bevel. Don't do anything fancy to it, and you'll be all good to go.
Yep. That's kind of where I was going with that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, just a full tune.
Yep. All right. From my knees are cheese. Looking good, boys. Just got back from the gym. Made sure to only work non-snowboarding muscles so I can lodge pimp. TC, hook me up with some shirt racks. I dress exactly like Averin, and I want to up my game. What do you got for this man?
I would just say go on Volcom's website. They got smoking deals on there for like just their sales stuff. And then if you like sign up, they'll give you like 15, 20% off. And then they'll just send you like emails being like, hey, we got 40% off of our sales stuff right now, and you can get a shirt for like $20. Like this one, I think was like $20, $30, something like that. It's supposed to be like a $60 shirt. Either there or like Evo also is going to have like really good deals on like stuff they're just trying to move out of the stores. So they'll like push like really nice Rorik shirts and all that stuff for like pretty cheap actually. So that's what I would check out. That's what I normally do. Never buy a shirt full pop.
I mean, realistically, what you want to do is find the thrift store that grandma took all of grandpa's leftover clothing to, and make sure that they were one of those somewhat affluent grandparent couple that used to go vacation to Hawaii? Because I bet you there's a lot of Don Ho shirts, like button-ups in there. Like seriously, when my grandfather died, we found 300 button-down Hawaiian short-sleeve shirts. Between my cousin Jonah and my brother, they fought for them, over them, and they both left with a trash bag full of them. Because if that hadn't happened, Grandma was going to donate them to the church rummage sale. But there was some very prime stuff from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and even the 80s in there.
Oh, yeah. And that's hot in the streets right now.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. If you can thrift it, you can find some good stuff. I mean,
yeah. I mean, you could, depending on where you live, you could probably go to a thrift store and find some pretty sweet button-up shirts.
Yeah.
Like, because I remember when I was in high school, I used to go into my dad's closet and be like, all right, what does he have for me today? And be like, you'd have some sweet old button-up shirts from when he was younger, and they fit me, actually.
So I always think of my friend Randy. He got kicked out of his house. Like, Randy's kind of hilarious in himself. He got his first tattoo when he was 11. And it was the Mickey's B from the malt liquor company. He got it on his kneecap. So that ought to tell you where this is going. So Randy got thrown out of his house when he was 15. And his parents, he's like, well, where the hell am I supposed to go? I can't be homeless. And they're like, there's a camper in the backyard. You can live in the camper. So he lived in a camper in his backyard, but he was not allowed in the house until he was 17. I'm serious. This is how fucked up this was with Randy's upbringing. But they had a thrift store in the town of Cherry Creek. And so he would go down every morning before school with his friend Brandon, not Brandon. It was spelled Brandon, D-O-A-N, and that's how you pronounce it, Brandon. And him and Brandon would go down, and they would take the clothes that they were wearing off, put them in the donation bin, walk through the racks, find whatever they wanted, put it on, and go to school. And they just did that every day before they went to school. And they would wash the clothes, and they would just cycle through this. And like the woman that worked there knew what was going on with Randy, but it was like, it's kind of funny. Oh, Randy. I miss Randy Muntz. He was a character and a half.
What's he doing now?
Last I heard, he was married to this like 300-pound linebacker of a man and living in Austin, Texas, doing tattoos again.
Hell yeah.
But one of my favorite Randy stories, car accident happens in front of the house he was renting with my friend Adam. I'm like 14, 15 years old. Randy and Adam are 20, maybe 21. One of them was old enough to buy booze. I know that much. I'm a little drunk. They're lit as shit. There's this accident, and they had a picture window because this apartment that they lived in used to be like an office or something. And Randy gets butt naked and presses his dick on the window, and he's slamming the window, looking at the cop, making eye contact. He's like, pressed ham, pressed ham. And the best part was because the cop had dealt with Randy since he was 12. He looks at him and he's like, Randall, go back to bed. I'm not calling your mom tonight. And he's like, oh. And he was all like, but yeah, Randy was a piece of work, that's for sure. Well, sir, you won yourself a small sticker pack. Guess we're sending a lot of those out today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah. We got to build a stand in the next week for the pick your line board. I feel like that's very important. Okay. Let's see. We'll take this one from Simonsta. He just wants to spin. We'll give him that.
Spin again.
Oh, we're going again. Spray them all. That's what I like to see. All right, we got Danny Garcia. Have a ride. Fun kink for my Efferon. No, you have a battalion fun kink. For my Efferon and mini shred board, and also 24 standard on ink. Grabbed a pair of battalion Astros in bindings. Will the Astros be overkill for the fun kink? Not enough for the unink? No, they're perfect for both. I think you're solid. I wouldn't worry about it. You like that binding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. All right. Jason Evangelista, let's spin the wheel here. Here's to good snow. Let's see what we got. Slim Whitman's mom. All right, we got this one from Johnny Ease. What's your favorite Capital All Mountain freestyle board? What's yours, TC?
I would say it's that Mercury behind me.
Yeah, I got to go Mercury on that too. It's consistent. You know what you're going to get.
Mm-hmm. I haven't ridden the Aeronaut yet, so I can't say that is, but actually, I mean, the new Kazu could be up there, but I still think that like that year of of Mercury behind me is my favorite.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, trying to find something. We'll skip a few questions. Hit this super chat from Coffin. What brands do you think will go away in 23-24, excluding Drake and hopefully all affiliated with Buckhouse? I'm just waiting for Sims to get the plug pulled again. I feel like that's just
around my mind. I was like, yeah. Otherwise, I don't.
I mean, I know Never Summer's hurting. I don't think they're going to go away, but they're going to shrink.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who's hanging by a thread, but I really don't know.
I would like to believe that Gilson would, but evidently they've got enough money to put banners up or billboards up on I-70.
Really?
Yeah, the guys in Discord were talking about it. And where is it? Because it was hilarious. Because it was, let's see. Okay, yeah. Yeah, because Pat from Ski Cooper, he's like, I saw the Gilson billboard on I-70 in Denver this morning. And in quotes, our factory burned down, so you could say we're on fire.
It's kind of funny, actually.
I mean, I guess they're always having a fire sale, but I still can't believe that they exist. Like, guess they couldn't just take the insurance money and run, because that would have looked like they were really committing arson, allegedly. I have to say allegedly. We all know the truth, allegedly. But yeah. So yeah. Ugh. All right, let's give this a spin here. Ooh, next question gets a spin. Let's find some stuff here. All right. We'll take this one from Road 57er. Hey, boys, my only setup is a 24 Union Ultra on my 21 Warpig. In your opinions, board flex-wise, what's the upper limits for Ultra to handle? Cheers. Anything past middle of the road is going to be pushing it with that board. Like, if you're on a true twin park board, middle of the road, it's fine. Anything more, you're going to want a stiffer binding. I mean, you rode it this year. You agree?
Yep. Yeah, 100% agree.
Yeah. All right. We got the super chat from Andrew Hernandez, who likes turtles. Oh, and well, you got yourself a small sticker pack, sir. So email me info@angrysnowboarder, and we'll get that in the mail to you. And remember, do not put stickers on the turtle shells. You put it on their belly, makes them faster. All right. And let's see. We got this one from Zamurgi JWT. Got a Benetech hoodie for Father's Day. Can't wait to try it. Found feathers in the pockets, though. Tommy Bennett fucking eating more goddamn birds. He's always eating the birds. Whole. Although I did watch a squirrel try to jump in his mouth on the chairlift one day with him. That was absolutely hilarious. We were going up Woodward Express, and I'm like, does anyone else see this? And we all look up, and there's like this squirrel or mink or whatever running down the cable on the chairlift. And it was like right in front of us. It fell off. And Tommy was just like trying to eat the damn thing. He was going to do it. He was going to do it. Now remember, buy some stickers, people. I'm not answering that question. Let's see. Jumping around. Maybe you know the answer to this one for Jesse. What do you guys think of Smith's update on the new Method helmet? Should be an updated maze. I don't. Unless I'm buying a helmet, I'm not looking at helmets.
I'm not really familiar with the Method. I know the maze is like, it's been there forever, and it probably definitely needs an update. I'm honestly, I don't wear a helmet, but if I did, I would wear like a Smith Code. I think that's like their best all-around helmet that they make. It is $200 though, but it does have the best protection of like their helmets and style.
All right, I'm gonna have you take this question from Liam Lewis Jones. Looking at a Captain Mercury, and they only have wides left available. Are wide boards different to regular boards in terms of the way they ride?
I mean, depending on like,
yeah, what's your
little
boot
bit
size?
Yeah, depending. I mean, if you're like a 10.5, you could get on the wide, but if you're on
Even
a 10,
you can get on the wide, you're fine. But if you're like a 9 or smaller, it's going to take more leverage to get it on edge.
Yeah, it's going to be slower edge to edge, that's for sure. But I mean, yeah,
surface area. It's
yeah,
more stable.
It'll float better. It'll float better too.
Yeah.
Pow, so it's got its goods and its bads. Depends on what you want to use the board for too.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we got this one from Tanky. Which board is going to give me better float on a powder day, the Arbor Satori or the Solomon Dancehall? Satori, all day. It's designed more for powder than the Dancehall. Yeah, so. Ooh, here we go from BW Nico. Could you guys recommend a board that I can rail some turns on in the Ice Coast and can also bring out west to go storm chasing? Give him two options, TC.
So if you're going storm chasing as well, I'm going the pick your line on ink. Just because that underbite right underneath your foot, it'll grip an edge perfectly for you on the East Coast, and then it'll hold powder really well, or it'll float in powder really well. And then I would go, I'm thinking an Alchemist as well by K2. I think that'll hold well enough. It'll be stiff enough so you can still keep that speed and everything when you're holding icy turns, but it'll float really well, and you can still take it freestyle when you do come out west and everything when you're storm chasing. What do you got?
I'm going LibTech E-Jack knife.
Okay.
Get your magnet traction. It's C3, so you still got power in it, and you're going to be able to sink that tail. That'll still be solid. Otherwise, I'm thinking possibly like a ride deep fake too. Keep your edges sharp. You'll be fine. It's got that slight taper. It'll get you around to where you need to go. So, yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. Can't wait for this question from Hovodi. What do you think about the new SBBS Paiza? Fucking hate that board. Fucking hate it. Fucking rode like shit. It was one of the worst boards I rode. Like literally there's the whole thing about like surfers making snowboards so you can surf on snow. And I was like, if you made this board this bad, how bad do you shape surfboards? That's how I felt. That's how bad that board rode. I was so disappointed in that board because on paper, I should have absolutely loved it. And I rode it. And I rode it on a powder day, a good powder day. It was not a good board. It was kind of like you with the Cruiser. I just wanted to get the fuck off the damn thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I know what that's like.
So. Let's see. Okay. Jason Lawrence, of the new K2 boards, which one do you guys like the best for the trees? I like that special effects.
Yeah.
Short, stubby. It's narrower than the Cool Bean was, so it's a little more nimble. So
yeah.
That's always a fun one in there, but can't go wrong.
I was thinking an excavator.
Excavator's good too. I like the excavator as well.
Yeah. That would have been my choice. Otherwise, I don't know. I haven't ridden the Passport yet, so I can't really say, but I want to.
Passport's fun and it's nimble enough in the trees. It's solid. I mean, it's easier to maneuver than an Alchemist or an Antidote,
Yeah.
which is nice, and it's a little more responsive than a broadcast. So that's always a good option too. So yeah. All right. All right. We got THK. Avron, what's up, you psycho? How are you treating my boy MacLongo? Working conditions to his satisfaction? You tell the people.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty chill so far. He's pretty much just having to come up with work for me at this point until we actually get snow and like runs open, and then it'll be like all systems go. But yeah, it's pretty chill so far. Pretty nice. It's nice to not actually have to work 60 hours a week actually to make the same amount of money. So I'm loving it.
Same amount of money, probably working, I don't know, my guess somewhere between 15 and 22 hours a week.
According to Summit County, it's 30 hours a week. You know that.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Yes, TC works 30 hours a week. Yes, forgot that.
30 hours a week.
Minimum works 30. I am a slave driver. He works 67 hours a week. I once made him work 36 hours in a 24-hour day.
Yeah.
No. I'd like to believe I'm a good boss.
Yeah, great boss so far. We'll see. We'll see if that changes.
Obviously, it's our busy season, but it's not our busy season. It's weird.
It's our like busy season.
Fives this week for stuff you guys won't even see till next year.
Yeah, I would say it's our hurry up and wait season. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a hurry up and wait season where it's like, okay, get everything ready, and now wait. And then it's like, okay, once snow and everybody gets all their shipments in, now we can start doing like pushing and going hard at everything. But it's like a hurry up and wait moment. So
yeah, it really is like just sort of that's what we're doing. I mean, I'm struggling with finding enough work for him to do because I'm so used to doing everything myself. So I'm like, oh yeah, TC can do that now. Oh yeah, TC can do that now. Oh, my dog agrees.
She's like, wait, is he at the door?
Remember to spray them all. Spray them all. Okay. Ooh, this is a good question from Ellie Zacharon. Biggest red flag boards for guys and gals.
Ooh.
Oh, Donic. Donic.
Oh, okay.
Hands down. Right. You got a Donic with step-ons? No. Fucking red flag right there. Like, I look at that and I was like, oh, fuck that. The bigger red flag, outerwear. They got Doper Montauk. You're like,
Yeah.
Kook City. They put a Buckhouse sticker on it. Kook City. Like, that's a red flag. If they've got a white space board, red flag. Mm-hmm. Like, there's like setups that I see and I'm like, oh, no.
If I see a girl riding a Burton Custom or Custom X, whatever, but if I see her riding that, that's a red flag for me. Because I know you got that from your brother or somebody just like was like, this is a great board. You're going to love it. And you're going to be heel slipping down the whole mountain. And I see Girls it so much. Skate bananas. Okay.
Girls on Skate Bananas especially. I'm like, your boyfriend made you buy a LibTech because he has a LibTech.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, yeah. So.
Ooh, how about this one? The GNU Ladies' Choice.
Oh, yeah.
Do you see that girl with the crystal board
name on it? It's a red flag.
If you see a girl riding that crystal board, you're like, okay, there's gonna be a crystal in her hair, and like patchouli oil you could smell it coming from 5 chairs away.
Oh yeah, no, that's the girl that drives a Subaru with a blown head gasket. But she shoved crystals in the gas tank thinking it would repair it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's a red flag for sure. Never Summers are a big red flag. Because you know that those people probably celebrate January 6th. Yeah. All right. Let's see what else we got here. We'll take this PSA from Andrew Lewis. PSA to all Pluto free Roku app has Kamikaze and Naturally. Banger Shred films to get stoked for the season. Tubi has like 50 snowboard movies on it. Like they've got all the old Trans World movies. They've got the Snowboarder Mag movies, the Wildcats documentary. There are a bunch of the Videograss movies are on there. So if you, and it's free as well. So I've been hyping that one for a while. All right. We'll take this one. Super chat from Ryan Waiters. I have the Rome Vice bindings for my Solomon Dance Hall. Any reason to upgrade to the katanas? Honestly, no. Like, it's a good binding. Just keep it on there. Take the money that you would save and ride more. That's all I got for you.
Yeah.
I mean, can you feel any reason why he should upgrade?
No.
Remember to eat your pocket bacon. Okay. We got this super chat from Letters who wants us to spin for his Lord and Savior, Slimothy J. Whitman, DDS Esquire the Third. Ooh, spin again. Ooh, ouch. Lose a turn. Lose a turn. All right. Well, we got this one from Jack Off Beat. If a 70-degree bevel on your edge is a no-no, what angle should I sharpen my edges for all mountain riding? Hashtag God bless you. Hashtag fridge carving BSAD. Hashtag Hot Gilson event manager. Yeah, they get contracted out their event manager. It's kind of hot. But what degree bevel would you put on your edges?
I got 1-1 on it. Just like, so I guess that would be.
So you matched it, so it was a 90-degree, right? So it's
well, it'd be
you do 1 degree, so it's like 89 and 1. So, but if you still put it, it was 90. It still kept that 90 degree. So what I used to do when I lived on the east was a 1.5 on the base and nothing on the side. So it was an off angle. So it was like this. So it would roll easier on edge, but then it would grip more aggressively. I do not recommend that for most people, but as long as you keep your edges sharp, that's mainly the bigger thing there. So yeah.
Normally I'll just go with what's standard in a shop. Like you just go like normally the 1-1 on it. If I've heard of people doing like a 3 degree on it on the bottom because they say it goes faster, and I'm like,
I've done a 3 degree on a jib board, and it's great for slide and steel because you don't really, if you're flat base, it does elevate it enough. Turning, it's a little different, but most of the time you don't even really notice it. Like, hate to say it, but most people, if you bevel their edges, they're never gonna fucking notice the difference. They're not that in tune with it. They'll tell you they are, but they're not. So, all right, what did we get? Oh, eat your pocket bacon. All right. And from S. Scott 1986, support the channel, support the Stoke. Well, we appreciate it when people say that. We're here for you guys. So, and support your local shop while you're at it. Mm-hmm. Support your local shop. Let's see. We got Suck a Fart over here with thoughts on Aspen and Sunlight. Going to make a trip there in mid-December. Check the snow conditions. Could be good. Could be bony. They're a little lower elevation. So
yeah. Aspen will probably be empty for the most part, as long
as you're not coming, because you'll be coming the week right before Christmas if it's mid-December.
Yeah.
So it could be the Kardashians could be there in their $48 million rental property, riding around on their $9,000 Prada snowboards and their fucking spacesuits. They're snake. They're snake people. They're not aliens. They're snake people. Okay. And we got one from AD. How is Signal Snowboards doing? I assume well. It looks like they keep selling their stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think honestly, by them going to that like subscription model, it helped them a lot.
It saved them. I didn't think it was.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be the dumbest thing in the world.
They have proved me wrong so many times on that. And I'm like, this is genius. And I've ridden the new boards that they came out with. I rode last year's stuff, and they're better quality than the stuff that they were building down in Huntington Beach. Like boards are fun. Like boards are solid. So, I think they figured it out, and it's working for them. All right. Got this super chat from Anthony Hawking. How do you figure out what order to publish reviews in? Brands can't be happy if you upload their board review late February versus mid-September. Brands don't give a shit. They just know that they got a review. So typically what we try to do is the stuff that I know is going to be super hyped and we're stoked on, it goes to the front of the queue. And then we try to put the lesser shit on weekends and holidays and later in the season. And a lot of the smaller brands that I'm like, they can just go over there. I mean, realistically, if we'd had more lead time this year, we would have had all the reviews done by September 1st. And then I could have made a calendar. So what we're doing for next year, and TC said we needed to do this, is we're going to build a whole calendar of content for us. So we know what videos are dropping on what days. And we're going to we'll start making that in January. And we will probably be occupying from June through the end of the year. And we will know where things are going to be from there. So, but yeah, right now it's kind of like, I just tell Ben, the editor, I'm like, this is what we need. So right now he's finishing up the union reviews. That's six or seven reviews. I can't remember. And then he's doing the Rome binding reviews, which is like, I think I wrote 10 pairs of Rome bindings.
Holy shit.
Oh, they redid the whole line.
Oh,
so I asked for everything.
I was like, oh
so
my
I
God.
did. So I'm pretty sure I did Cleaver Black Label, Katana Vice, DOD, 390 Boss, Chaos, Flare. I think that's, or whatever, Shield. I can't remember. It's basically every dude's binding from highest end to lowest end. We redid them all. So, yeah. So anyways, there's that. Did I spin for him yet? Okay. Remember to join Angry Snowboarder VIP. All right. I'll take this one from Waco. Does niche snowboard still exist? According to their social media, yeah. Probably.
I hit their rep last year.
They have a rep?
I guess so. He said he was. He tried to get me on a board. I said I'm okay.
No, I need to reach out to Anna, their graphic design and brand management in-house person. Do you want to ride anything from them?
I could.
Yeah, then I'll reach out to her and see if they want to send some stuff. I'll cherry pick a few pieces for you. Some of their stuff's fun. Some of it you're like, it's a snowboard.
Yeah.
So
I just remember them like years ago having the gnarliest magnet traction on their board.
So
like,
that was on the story. And
yeah,
it's not true magnet. Well, it was. At the time, it was a licensed magnet traction, but it was licensed from the very first LibTech Dark Series TRS that had the super aggressive one. They actually mellowed out the tips. It makes sense because between your feet, when you're ankle steering, it just grips. And you're like, oh, okay. But it's also kind of compensating for a really bad camber profile.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's take this one from Raynor 00. Do you guys ride the same laps as each other for board reviews? TC and I don't even get in the same room anymore. Like, you think TC lives in Breckenridge. He's actually back in Minnesota. He's going to be riding Buck Hill.
Hell yeah.
All his reviews are going to be done at Buck Hill this year.
On the tow rope.
On the tow rope. Never have no strap.
Yep.
Get a real good board feel.
Yeah.
That's super board feel. No, TC and I, we pretty much, we make the same laps. We do everything. Like, we have our lines that we ride almost every day when we're testing, so we know what we're hitting and what we're doing and whatnot. So, yeah.
A lot of it depends on if we're riding together, that sort of thing, or like where the snow is good or where it's not good. So it's like, all right, we'll stay away from that side of the mountain today. We'll go to this side, like whatever. But yeah.
Well, I mean,
last
year, I mean, it was like you knew I was already at the mountain because you were driving up from Lakewood. So you'd be driving up and I'd be like, okay, so it's kind of shitty here and here, but here and here is good. And then we ride. But this year, we've got icon passes and basin passes. So we'll be riding a bunch with that. So yeah. Okay. And we got Eric Klein. East Coast storm chasing. Is the Yes Hybrid a good choice? I think so.
Mhm.
You know, you got that Edge Tech for added grip when it's firm, but that thing will float.
Mhm.
Okay. JA Physio. Does Battalion have men's bindings in smaller size than medium large? There's one model, and it comes in a small medium. Otherwise, you
Mhm.
might have to go to the women's stuff.
Which is the same stuff.
Yeah,
Just
pretty
more.
much. All right. Okay. We got another super chat from our boy Ian, master of the Japanese Zima. Do you think there's any value above normal for a new signed Blake Paul GNU Hyper? Have authentication proof. My bro owns it. Might just ride it. I don't know if someone wants to buy it. Like, I don't feel autographed shit right now from a current pro is worth anything. It's autographed. People are going to ride. Do I think down the road it might be worth something? Maybe. If he wins natural selection, yeah. But it's such a niche market. It's like who's going to jump on that, you know?
I don't know if it would be above normal price, I guess. Maybe, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Did he actually ride the board? If he actually rode the board, maybe.
Yeah.
Or if he actually used it in like natural selection, possibly. But if it was just like a hyper carve that he just signed, like probably not. I don't know.
All right. Yeah. So, you know.
Just throw some clear tape over his signature and ride it.
Facts. Remember to subscribe. And we got Jason Lawrence with the super chat, so we'll give him a spin.
I don't know. Just to kind of touch on that though, it reminds me of people that like, you know, the Virgil board that came out from Ride?
Yeah, the Virgil Abloh, yeah.
Yeah, so many people bought that board and then didn't want to ride it, and they're like, I'll just resell it. And that infuriated me. Like, why buy a board and just hang it on the wall? Like, ride it once at least. Like
that one
but then I
pissed
got
me off so much because all these fucking hype beasts from New York City bought it.
Mhm.
And then you see them trying to sell it now for a couple, like I saw one for sale for $4,800. And I was like,
dude,
one, the graphic was fucking hideous. I was just like, this is stupid. And two, I was like, what did he ever do for snowboarding? Nothing. I didn't
It was
care.
just him and Winfield that collabed on it. That's the only thing. But the week after they like dropped, I remember it was like a huge hype. Like when I was in Powder Tools, we had 3 of them and they sold in the first day.
Yeah.
But it was like, okay, people were posting for 10 G's and you're like, who the hell's going to buy that? Like, who cares? And they're like, it's the last piece of artwork you made. And you're like, just ride it. And then I got a homie up in Steamboat that bought the 54 and it rides that thing as a daily driver. And like, hats off to that dude. Like, he's riding a piece of art and like, good for him. But if you don't ride it, if you buy a board and don't ride it, it just drives me up the wall. It's like buying a sports car, not driving it. You're like, yeah, it looks cool, doesn't it? You're like, no, just drive the damn thing. Sorry.
No, you're right. Let's see.
What did we get on that spin?
Oh, next question gets one.
Okay.
So let's see. Trying to find a good one. Oh, here's a good one from our boy Cam. Medium of Media came out and rode with us up at Ski Cooper. Difference between this year and last year's Huckneck. They changed the shaping on it and it moves the camber profile out more and it gives a more abrupt kick. So it changes the snap out of the nose and the tail of the board. And it also changes how it engages on edge. Personally, it's my new favorite version of the Huck knife. Like, it's probably the best it's been in years. So I would definitely, like, if you were looking at one, this year's is better than last year's. That's the way to look at it. So, yeah. Okay, we'll take this one from Tanner Bjorley. Does the Kuro lineup have everything for a complete quiver? Theoretically, yes. I mean, with all the shaping that they have. So, all right. Okay, we'll take this one from Michael Mega X. What do you think of Snow Sims? Is that like a game? Like the Snow Sims? Is that like Ski Resort Tycoon Simulator? Or do you mean
That
Sims
sounds fun.
snowboards?
That sounds really fun.
There is that. I
Is
think
there?
yeah, I gotta check. It was on the PlayStation Store. I gotta see. I think
Okay.
so. But yeah, you can make your own ski resort. You can make chairlifts that just kill people. You can make like launch ramps that shoot people into the lodge.
Yes.
So, but if you're talking about Sims snowboards, it's in my opinion, it's just another brand. It's cool that they gave a bunch of guys a lot of money to ride for them, but Sims, like, I mean, I've ridden long enough to see it be a price point bargain basement brand like 3 times now. It's you sold them. What do you think?
I mean, I've ridden the ATV that they have, which is like Nick Bade's pretty much pro model without saying it, and then I've ridden the Nub as well, and
You have ridden the Nub.
I have. It's fine. It's another
It's a
board.
snowboard,
Like,
right?
it's a snowboard. The ATV was pretty cool, I think. Like, it didn't have great dampening in it. And it was just a true twin tip. Like, you had tiny bits of rock around the tip and tail that you really didn't feel. But it just felt like an old snowboard. Like, just a true twin, full camber. Like, it felt like an old snowboard from the 2010s to like early 2000s, I would say. Like, before rocker. Like,
Yeah. Well, the thing is like from my understanding, their shapes are just old nitro shapes.
I
So,
can see that.
well, they were made. I don't know if they still are, but they were made at Playmaker, which is where Nitro has an exclusivity deal, or they did. And I'm betting, like, because there's other brands that I've seen that I'm like, that's a Nitro shape, and I've hit up the guys at Nitro, and I was like, yo, is someone stealing your shape? And like, oh fuck, here we go again. And from my understanding, they're just Nitro shapes, same guts in there pretty much, and with a Sims graphic. And I'm like, if I had to choose a brand I'd rather support, it's gonna be Nitro. So, all right, we got this super chat from Chase. I'm 6'8", 235 pounds, ride a Burton Custom X wide and love it, but I'm looking for more of a powder slayer with rocker. Size 15 boats, any recommendations? That's a big boy.
Skunk Cape.
Skunk Cape sucks. No, so Mountain Pig, that'll fit like the bigger size at 235. He can ride the bigger sizes.
Well, is he looking for rocker in between the feet or outside?
I'm assuming in the nose.
Oh, okay. I was assuming in between the feet.
That's why I'm thinking like a Storm Chaser from Jones.
Yeah.
Marhar Sasquatch. I mean, it's literally called the Sasquatch.
I would say even like the flagship, it comes in a 178 wide, I think you can get.
I thought it was a 72 wide or 70 or something. It's up there. It's big.
They make a huge one. Also, Black Snowboard to Death comes in a 170 as well, I think. So
yeah,
you could try that.
Yeah, that comes in the wide. I would look at some of the amplids and the bigger sizes. Like there's the Snow Mollier, which I'd have to double check on the taper on the rear foot, but I know the front foot should be able to handle you. So you want to double check on the taper on that, but that would probably fit you. Let's see. Big boy boards, good for POW. Some of those Solomon HPS boards, because like that fish should fit a 15, the bigger size of the fish.
It should.
And so should, because there's also that super, was it like a 67 or a 70 in the 6-stick?
Mm-hmm.
And that should fit you too. That board's fun. That board's
really, I would also say maybe possibly even, did you say a Super Pig or did you say a Mountain Pig?
Mountain Pig.
Okay.
You can do a Super Pig too. The let's see. Nidecker's got a bunch of stuff that they actually call them ultra wides. So I think it's like the Escape, but that's not POW specific. But you could do like a 58 Telos backslash, I think, and that would fit you. That should fit a 15 if I remember correctly, because that's that. Or if you can find last year's Rome Stalefish in the bigger size, because like that thing's like this wide. that should work for you too. So hopefully that's a few options for you, bud. I mean, I know you're kind of limited with your stature, but there are options out there.
Do they make a
even
lumberjack that big?
the bigger size of the orcas,
Yeah.
the 59s and up. Because I think there's a 59 and there might be a 62 if I remember correctly. I think there is though. I think it's 59 is the biggest. But even then,
it might be a 63.
Oh, maybe. Battalion Party Wave. Or even a surfer, I think, would work for you. Possibly even a camel too, because that would work. So, let's see. What else? No, I think we gave him a good amount of options. So
We gave him like 10 options.
yeah, I think that's probably more than you thought you had. So,
Yeah.
So we'll see. Ooh, spin again. Join Angry Snowboarder VIP. Link in the description. All right, we got Sir Ron Crash Test Dummy. Did they change anything on the K2 passport other than the top sheet? I want to say there was a tweak to the fiberglass, but I could be wrong. I'd say it's pretty much just the same.
Yeah, I didn't think anything changed.
And McGink wants to know when your top 5 step-on setups is coming.
Never. I've ridden once and that's it. Never again.
Yeah. Okay, and then we got Giambadro. Any recommendations for a young teenager or is that Gilliam? We're going with G. Who wants to improve and shred the whole mountain in the East Coast? So yeah, there's tons of stuff. Young teenager. What do you handled those lists? So we do have those top 5 coming. What do you got?
I would say the Ride Zero Grom would probably be one. Would be like the number one. Otherwise, dude, the Huck Knife Grom too was literally just a shrunken down version. They got rid of the carbon in the tip and tail just so it would be easier for like teenagers that are developing to still flex it. But those would be the 2 big ones that I would recommend because you can take that anywhere then and it'll just be fine for you. Otherwise, depending on your size, either the Jones Prodigy, because that's just a mountain twin, or you could go with a twin sister if you're in that true tweener phase where you're like, I need a little bit bigger than like a 130, 140. Like you could go with a women's board in that sense where that's normally what I put like kids in the tween. Yeah, I was like, what do you got going on over there?
I got a leg cramp going on, dude. I did legs at the gym today. I thought I was okay. Holy shit. That just like straight cramped up on me. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. But you could look at like unisex boards as well if you wanted to go like that tweener phase. Or I don't know how big you are. So I mean, if you're on the smaller side, stick with the Grom boards. Like they'll still be cheaper, but Prodigy, Zero, and Huck Knife would be the 3 I would say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's great. I can't wait to see people make memes of that face of me just like, yeah. I'm just over here dying. Okay, so we got Charlie Foxtrot looking for a new free ride / pow board, stuck between a K2 passport and excavator. Riding Tahoe thoughts. Also, Curated said there are a bunch of gapers and I should get a Proteus. You know what Proteus is, right?
No.
They're the company that developed that tuning system that changes the camber of the board. They're out of Denver.
Oh, the one with the twist?
No, yeah, well, it's got like it's got a special tool and it's basically like a guitar tuner in the middle of it. But yeah.
Yeah, it'd be way cooler if they had a boa dial in the middle.
I don't think they want to pay for the licensing.
Probably not. But that would be sick, actually.
That would be funny. Just sick. So riding Tahoe, you're gonna be riding that heavier pow in there. Honestly, I'd probably go excavator, but don't downsize drastically because it's heavier snow. And that board should be damp enough for you. The only downside is you don't have as much tail as you would on the Passport. But other than that, I mean, you can't go wrong with either of them, but I'd probably push you more towards the excavator.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. What do we got here? All right, we'll take this super chat from Jason. 180 pounds, 185 with my clues. Size 11. Am I too big for the 57 aeronaut? Hashtag preseason binge shopping. I don't. I gotta double check something on the aeronaut here really quick.
I think that's going to be the boots are going to be too big for the board.
That's literally what I wanted to double check because I think well, the problem is I know that board's a little. Let's see,
I
specs.
thought it was like a
57.
50.
Yeah, it's only 25.3, and
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's gonna like if you were on the 59, I think you would be fine because that's 25.6, which means it's probably more like 26 point something, 27 something at the inserts. But the 57, I think you're going to be pushing it with that. And yeah, I don't think you want to go that route. So. Question for TC. So we're going to take this one from B Kings. Have you tried the Union Beyond Metals bindings, Atlas base plate, Strata high back, and Ultra straps?
No, I have not tried that. I mean, we could make one, honestly.
I mean,
But
theoretically, I could get the parts for that and do that.
yeah, I was like, the only thing we need is the Strata high back, I think.
Oh
We
yeah,
might even have one of those.
You've got everything else, don't you?
Actually, Atlas base plate might be tough to get. But anyway, I don't know. It's kind of a weird concept in my mind. Like, why'd you get rid of the Atlas high back when it's very similar to the Strata high back? And then you put an Ultra strap on it? Like, I don't know about that. I think that was a hodgepodge of.
That was leftover parts that they could slap a pro model name on.
Yep.
So.
And they're like, you guys like this in the powder? Cool. That'll work. Like, I don't know.
Go.
I like their limited house releases of the other shit better. Like when they did the Kazu and the Danny Cass that came with the underwear. That was cool.
All right. Well, we got this super chat from Joe. Smash the like button, people. Shred hard, spray skiers. It's all good life advice from our boy Joe. Support your local shop. Ooh, this is a question for you from Milo. TC, have you ever ridden up at Lutzen Mountain?
I have not. I don't. Lutzen or Lutzen?
Lutzen?
I think that's Lutzen. I haven't. That was a little too far. I would make it up to like Spirit, but never made it up to Lutzen. All my friends, that's what they do on their trips now is they'll go over to Lutzen, rent a house, and ride that instead of come out west now. I would like to though. It sounds like it's pretty fun actually. It's not huge, but you know.
That's what I've heard from. I've got friends that have ridden there. They grew up riding there, and they're like, "Dude, it's fun. It's just not big. Like you can cover everything you need in like an hour."
Yeah, I mean they have a gondola, so it's like okay, cool. And they have some places that are kind of ski in, ski out, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Like you got to push across some flats, but you can get to like where you want to go. I guess. Like I don't know. They got a gondola. It seems like it's a pretty sweet place, actually.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got this one from Ben Donaldson. Any thoughts on Mecca this weekend in Denver? We're not going to be there.
No, I thought about going, but no.
Once I found out that Adam Schmidt from Snowboard Colorado and Snowboard on the Block was the guy behind it, I said I'm fucking out because everything that guy touches turns to cancer. He is a blight in the Colorado snowboard scene. He's just another little rich kid that came in with daddy's money and wanted to do a bunch of shit. And I don't care who else he's partnered with. I know Baumhold's there in this, but he just all you can think of is it's every person you don't want to be around being there that snowboards. And you're just like, yeah. Like that's I'd rather hang out all weekend with my dog and watch old snowboard movies.
They already set up Red's backyard, and I was like, that is all going to be melted by tomorrow. Like
they set it up today?
Yeah, I saw it on what's his fucking names? one of the Burton reps, he put it on his Insta, and I was like, "You guys already set this shit up, huh?" Like it's already up at Ruby. It looks like
with snow.
Yeah, they had ice chunks.
Jesus.
Like they used bags of ice is what I saw them carrying. So I'm assuming
Bags
that
of ice. So they didn't even get blocks that they wood chipped and sprayed.
No, I think they did bags.
Wow.
Dude, blocks are expensive.
I know they are.
I don't know why they didn't just...
I know that they did not get the advertising money they thought they would because they did not plan this. Like, they sprung this out of the blue like 2 months ago. And I was like, oh, that's real soon to try to put something together. Like,
I mean, if I was trying to put up a pop-up event or thing like that, I would probably go to every hockey rink within a 10-mile radius and just pick up all of their snow from them cleaning off their ice. And you should have enough snow to last you quite some time, especially since the avalanche are back. So, like, I'm sure they're probably clearing out all of that shit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah. Like I said, it's Snow Boner Colorado guy there. I mean, fucking everything he touches just turns to shit. Like, he's just such a fucking poser. So back when Snowboard Colorado launched, when I was still doing written format on angrysnowboarder.com before we transitioned to video, he reached out to me personally. And he was like, hey, we really like you to write for the magazine. And I was like, okay, cool. I got a couple questions, am I above the fold? How big's my article? How much are you going to pay me? Standard things. And his response was, well, we're not going to pay you, but we could give you a link in the magazine. And I was like, how the fuck you clicking a link when it's in print? Like, are you fucking retarded? I didn't know that a link exchange on print could pay my fucking bills. Like, eat a dick, dude. Like, yeah.
But, I mean, if you guys do go say what's up to the Solomon booth. They're good guys. So
yeah. Well, I think it's funny how many reps and like local guys are left town. They knew this was coming and they left town because they're like, we don't want to be part of this.
Well, also they put it on a really bad weekend because there's huge sales going down in New Mexico right now.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the industry had to go to those sales down there, and then they're gonna do their clinics while they're down there. So it's like, who's left besides, I guess, like shop kids and like, I mean, just like our snowboard community. But at the same time, I think we were talking yesterday about it. They got a bunch of weird vendors going on too. Like
a lot of crystals,
like a lot of crystals,
jewelry.
Yeah.
Topaz. Wire wrapped rings.
Yeah. Your grandma's going to love the jewelry there.
There's probably some dude selling honey. It's artisanal. That means expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah. Not going to see me there giving two shits about it. So, if this is going to be like Snowboard on the Block, I figure 3 years and it's gone.
Yeah. I don't know. Let us know how it is. If it's good, maybe I'll go next year and I'll interview some people. But
I won't go.
You won't go. I'll take the bullet on this one.
That's what we pay you the big bucks for.
TC in the streets.
That's better than TC in the sheets.
It is.
All right, so we got another super chat from My Knees Are Cheese. Looks like I found someone else who comes out every snowboard in their quiver. Can't wait to drink some Malort with you at Cooper, TC. TC doesn't drink Malort.
I'll take a shot of anything else but Malort. The last time Abram brought Malort to the demo, I like grabbed it and I was like, oh, that's Malort. And he's like, no, trust me, it's something else. Like there's only like 3 Malort shots in that whole bag. Sure enough, I pulled out the Malort and like it tastes like your uncle's like spitter that's been sitting there for a week. Like it's fucking gross. I almost threw up.
It's like diesel and gasoline mixed in a pool in a Walmart parking lot that someone wrung their sweaty gym socks out of and then a crack whore queefed into.
Ooh. Yeah, that's astute. That's astute.
Yeah, that's
like, you know what it tastes
now that you work for me, you never have to drink Malort again. from me.
That's what you say, but I don't believe you. Like,
I'm never going to make you. You work for me now. It's for the people.
I know, but still.
Because that way we can test if they've got the mental and physical capabilities to handle working for us. You drink random Malort I gave you, and then you're like, hey, I need a job. I'd be like, yeah, okay. You work for me and you drink Malort. I'm going to be like, you have no fucking soul.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing it's not going to be my last time having it. I do have a bottle of Malort here. Got a little shooter still.
Oh, this was the question about the snow sims. They elaborate. What do you think of the snow sims? There's a place called Lemon Lodge that opened in Colorado Springs recently. Wondering if going would be worth it. Don't. There's a weird. It's that weird, like you're on the thing and it slides back and forth.
Yeah.
We're fucking skiers, dude. It's skier bullshit. Save your money. Every person I know that's did it said it was the biggest waste of money, and that they basically try to con you into getting a membership so that you can get better at it. And I'm like, it looks awful. And you got that fucking projection screen on there so you can pretend to go around. No. Ugh. No. Ugh. Yeah. No. Just don't do it, man. Save your sanity. All right, we got B Kings. Best pairing for the 24 Spring Break Resort Twin, Union Ultra, the new Force, of Rome Katanas, all mountain park riding. If you're going Union, it's Force, otherwise the Katana. Those would be my two choices for that. Actually, those are the two bindings I recommend in the review for that board. So 2 of the 3. The Ultra is a little too soft for that board. Okay. We got a super chat from our boy Letters. Spin for Slushy Shredder. He's late. Yes. The amazing spinning duo of Boise, Idaho right there. And don't eat the yellow snow. Okay. We got Joe Gunn. Looking for a dedicated jib board. Rome Artifact Pro. Ride 155 wide and 158 wide for my park boards. How much different will the 158 wide be than the 155 wide? Doesn't seem like 1.1 inch is much of a difference. It's more effective edge. It's a longer camber zone in it, so it changes the pop, so it's not as close to your leg, so you're actually pushing it out further in there, and it changes how much you press. I mean, you don't think it's a difference until you spin that board around, and you're like, oh, there is a difference in that. And then especially when you load it up to pop really big. I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Super chat from Anthony Hocking. 2024 Evil Twin Plus. Bad like the Cruiser. Did factory change? No, that board's fine. It literally, there was 3 bad boards we got from out of the, I think we got like 14 boards from Battalion. Cruiser Plus, and the 20-year anniversary board, which is just a Goliath with a different graphic. But the Goliath and Goliath Plus read so much different than that. And so it just tells me that there's a QC issue in there. But yeah, the Cruiser and Cruiser Plus were probably like some of the biggest letdown. But the Evil Twin Plus was fine. Because you didn't ride that. I did, right?
Not the Plus.
Yeah, that's right.
I rode the regular Evil Twin.
Did you ride the regular Evil Twin?
I believe so.
Okay. And
yeah, that was the one with the snakes on it, right? That had the snakes on the tip and tail, right? The snake head?
Maybe?
I think so.
Why do I feel like that was the disaster?
I rode one of those. I don't know. Maybe both, actually. I don't know. I guess I could check on the computer and see what we have.
Well, I've got them. I've got to schedule the rest of the Battalion stuff, so yeah. I'm going to let you take this question from Christopher Kent. I'm interested in the Mind Expander, but I've only ridden the Mind Expander Twin. Are there any significant differences between them?
The regular Mind Expander, I think, has better edge hold on it, honestly. Where that surf camber, they call it now, like it holds really well, I think, compared to the Mind Expander Twin. Like when it gets into like harder, icier snow, it still holds an edge where like the Mind Expander Twin felt super washy and you're like have no effective edge. It felt like kind of scary. Where like Mind Expander is it's gonna be a little bit more versatile, I would say, for like just all mountain carving when it comes time for it. The Twin, you can take it in the park, you can jib it, that sort of thing, where your Mind Expander is gonna like whack there. But like if you're just taking it to be like a cruiser, Mind Expander all day over the Twin.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. How far behind are we? There's one question I really want to skip to because our boy Fat Chad is in the house again this week. Where's the best place in Summit County for high-speed groomers? I'm worried I'll get clipped by the Yellowcoats like Jonathan Buckhouse. I think the secret is that you want to get on the bike path when they're grooming or the Nordic Trail behind the groomer and get pulled. That's the secret. Because if they're only looking forward, they're not going to see you behind. Can't get caught if they can't see you. Right? I mean,
yeah,
that's my theory.
Yep.
I mean, if you stay off school, Marm, on a Saturday, a busy holiday weekend Saturday, you're probably not going to get in trouble.
I was going to say, or just head on over to school, Marm, and just go as fast as you can and they can't catch you.
I mean, you know, if you ride off their property, what are they going to do? Nothing.
No.
Nothing. All right. Let's see. Got a super chat from our boy Monkey Pawisms. So we'll give him a spin. Ooh, person 4 up gets a spin. 1, 2, 3. That goes back to our boy Christopher Kent. So we'll rebate him and see what happens. Support your local shop. Support your local shop. All right. Okay. And then we got this super chat from Turkey Loco, letting our boy Chase with his Sasquatch feet know that get the mountain pig or the super pig, hands down. I ride both. I'm 6'3", 240, and a size 14. And he rides Mammoth. He rides that heavy, wet snow, so he knows what's up. So, all right. Since we've been here about an hour and a half, let's see where this poll is, and then you get to answer a question. So, are you stoked on snowboard movies? 264 votes. 72% of you said yes. 6% of you said no, heathens. 16% of you like Buckhouse vlogs only, heathens. And 6% of you need that short format shit. You guys follow Snowboard Jesus on TikTok. You sinners. You're all sinners. You heathens. You're all heathens. Okay. All right. Let's see. Peter Pett, have you reviewed the Vans and Vado Pros? And if not, do you plan to? Have we reviewed any boots? No. Do we plan to? No. The best boot is the one that fits your foot and fits your needs. Go try on some boots. All right. Thick Boy 69. Out of the lab early today. Spin for death.
I told you to change that lab.
I mean, when I read things like out of the lab and spin for death, I assume you're working with like biological agents. Eat your pocket bacon. Eat your pocket.
That's what you're thinking. It's probably like a rocks like geology lab for school.
Yeah. Jolly Boy John, what movies are you looking forward to? Looking forward to the Quicksilver video. That's one that's on there. Schnitzel
32.
Party, which their teaser for Schnitzel Party is in the description of this video, but I just saw it today and I was like, damn, that was good. Bone Crusher from 32 looks good. Mm-hmm. Let's see what else.
Rated R.
Rated R, yes. Radar from Ride Europe also looks really good too. The teaser for that is also down in the description. I put a bunch of links to some snowboard movies down in the description on top of the cultural mystery link of the week. So I hope all you people are going and watching this and supporting snowboarding because these kids and pros and stuff are putting their life on the line. Yeah. So, all right. Ooh, this is a great one from Ginger Boardman V2. Got tickets to the Snowbound Expo in November. Shaun White will be there. Should I bring him a Shaun White in a leather jacket would destroy you sticker? I think it would be funnier if you got a photo with him in front of you holding it up, but he didn't know that the sticker was there.
That would be funny. I mean, I don't know if he would get the joke. I don't
He
think
would.
Shaun White would think that would be funny. He'd be like, "What? That's
No,
what?"
he'd probably look at the image of that and be like, "Who owns the copyright on that? We need to send
Yeah,
a cease and desist."
he would. He's like, "I'm gonna have to." Oh man, that would be pretty fucking funny though. That would be so good. Or if you wear one of the leather jackets that he wears, that would
Yes.
be equally as funny while holding the sticker.
While the sticker is stuck on your chest. So you
Yeah,
have
just
no
open
shirt.
the jacket. Just
Yeah,
open
it's
the
just the
jacket and right
jacket with the sticker over your nipples. And
yeah.
Curtis 500. Prior snowboards any good, or are they like everyone else? I mean, I haven't even seen a Prior in the wild in like 10 years. I know the owner died, and now some other people run the company, so I don't know. I don't even reach out to them. I'm just like, they're just sort of there, I guess. So I don't know.
R.I.P. Richard Pryor.
Made with real freebase in the base. Ooh, small sticker pack for you, sir. All you got to do is email me info@angrysnowboarder.com and I'll get that in the mail to you. All right. We got this super chat here from our boy Beziums. What would your pro model be, TC?
Like, what are we calling it? Or
what would you base it off of? Sky's the limit.
I mean, it would probably be very similar to the Team Manifest, I would say. I don't know what we'd call it, but probably just the Thunder Cheeks.
It would be the Thunder Cheek Ripper.
It would just be the Thunder Cheeks or something like that. But yeah, it would probably be like very similar to the Team Manifest, maybe a little stiffer. That's what I'm thinking. Mm-hmm. What would yours be? Oh, you already have yours.
I don't even care at this point. I don't want a pro model. I'm old. I'm washed up. I'm a fucking jaded shop guy. Like at this point, I'm like, just give me something that's got camber, a medium flex, and a little bit of snap and some solid dampening. I don't give a shit in a nice side cut. I'll just go ride it and you can just leave me to die on the side of the trail. I don't care. All right. All right, we got Quality Yo. What do you think about the ride Shadowman still? I'm going to be riding it again this year. Same one I rode last year. Hasn't changed. Solid board. All right, we got this one from Source Fit. What era of boards were your guys' favorite? Anything that's new coming out. I like new stuff. I don't ever want to go back to old stuff. Every time new stuff comes out, I'm like, it just gets better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Graphics wise, though.
Oh, graphics wise, we need to go back to the 90s.
You think the 90s?
If we're going like, talking graphics.
Are you going back to like when
we actually had real graphics and real pro models? Yeah.
100%. Okay. Like Todd Richards designing his own one, and then Morrow ended up using his logo.
I always think of the Andrew Crawford Rosinal with Eddie from Iron Maiden on the bottom of it.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Like, that would be cool to see. Like, I want real graphics where people are like stoked on that. Like this weird black on black bullshit. Like, okay, look. Black Nidecker. Oh. Black Ride.
Both the boards behind me.
Black Stranda.
You know what I would say though? You remember Lucas Magoon's Tech 9 board that had the Lucky Charms on the bottom?
Oh, fuck yeah.
That shit was awesome. When like every line was kind of tiptoeing that like, is that copyright infringement? Maybe,
oh yeah,
maybe
that's
not.
what you want. You want to
like
push
that was awesome.
That limit, man.
Yeah, I wanted one of those so bad. I was like, that board is sick.
I'm pretty sure we could probably find one new in the wrapper. I could probably talk to the guy that's doing the distribution for Tech 9. He inherited a warehouse just full of shit.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, like oh yeah, dude. Thrift boards would have a field day in there.
I think he has one, or he was selling one. I know
He
that.
probably was. So yeah. All right, let's see. We got this question for Monkey Posum. For Japan, which two to take out of my choices? K2 Passport, Jones Mountain Twin, Navigator, Dancehall, Mind Expander, 2023 version. I'd go Passport and Mind Expander. Those are the two most versatile boards on there.
Yeah,
maybe the Navigator.
Well, I was like Mind Expander for sure, and then either the Passport or the Navigator. That's what I would do. Then it's like flip a coin between the Passport and the Navigator, I think. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What do we got here? All right. So we got this one from Crispy O. Looking to spend a few days this season in Colorado. Wife and I have the Icon Pass. What resorts should we hit? Thanks. Please pet Mr. Cheeks for me. Oh, great. I got to pet you tomorrow. Okay. So you're coming through. If you're coming through, this is the route I would go. Start in Steamboat, spend 2 days. Come down to Copper, do 1 day. Go over to Aspen and explore over there for a few. Or you do Steamboat to Copper to A Basin to Aspen. Or you do Steamboat, Copper, Aspen, back to A Basin, and then drive down that day. So you do the morning at A Basin, go up over Loveland Pass, great view, drive down I-70 and get on your plane and leave. That's the way I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I would do it. So, yeah.
If it's a full Icon, yeah. If it's not, just don't worry about Aspen then.
Yeah. And our boy Fat Chad wants everyone to remember Shaun White and the tight cow pants.
Yes.
All right. And from our boy Beziums, just woke up. Watch out for Reverend Cuckmaster Supreme, for he is risen. Buy more boards and click those links. Spin for Slim. God bless you. Jesus. You're taking on the whole David approach to a super chat. It's a lot of messages at one time. Slim Whitman's mom. Oh, this is a good one. I want you to answer first. From Bry Guy, what's the most disappointing board you've tested?
It was the Cruiser.
Italian
Cruiser.
First review TC ever did.
Hands down the Cruiser. Like, absolutely the worst. Fuck. I'm trying to think of like something that I'm like, is there anything else that I hate? No, that's it. That's it. Even before I started testing boards, that board sucks.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Soul Stick Pocket Rocket. Absolutely. They built a powder board that couldn't ride powder.
Love that.
This board, there's an episode of Can Kevin Carve It, and I put Kevin on it, and no one believed me that this board was that bad. And in his first turn, he threw all of his weight to get it to engage. It locked in, and he almost shot off the cat track at the top of the pally chair at the basin into the rock field. You can literally see him digging his hands in the ground to try to stop himself. He's so scared. And so I got there. I took it up to the top. I went up accelerator to the top of Copper there. So I'm at the top, and I went all the way over to Timberline from there. So, I did Lower Enchanted and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I looped it all the way back to the center village. I mean, that's like 2 miles or something, 2+ miles that you do. And that board was the hardest workout I've ever had. And the owner of it, fucking such a kook. He's like, my kid can ride this. And you look at he'd send me a video of his kid. His kid's like running into trees and shit with it. And I was like, yeah, okay, he can ride it, not ride it well. And you can just tell that this kid is like, my dad built this board and I have to fucking ride it. Like, in the top sheet, they never cleaned their cassette. So it looked like gummy worms had been pressed into the top sheet. It was all wrinkled and shit. That board was the biggest hunk of shit I've ever ridden. And that guy wanted to develop a weird binding that had one strap, but like you stepped in and it like flung over and locked you in. The dude's an inventor. Cool. That's great. You're an inventor. Cool. You're going to revolutionize and reinvent the wheel and everything. His boards fucking suck dicks with their buttholes. Like, the guy fucking sucks. And I guess he got his start in kayaking, and he did something to pseudo revolutionize kayaking. And from what I heard from real serious kayakers, they're like, this guy's a fucking kook in the kayak world. And I was like, Jesus Christ, he was just so fucking kooky. And what I remember was him walking around at Copper for the on snow, and he had that board with him. And I was like, does that have K2 clickers on it? It was before clicker was back. And I was like, those are old Shimano clickers.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, holy shit. That was probably, yeah, that was fucking awful. Okay, let's see what else we got floating around here. I feel like we're missing some questions. Okay. Okay, let's see. We've got a super chat from our boy Fat Chad. He wants to know, is splitboarding the answer? I mean, if you're taking tours with him, you should book a tour in Japan with Chad Otterstrom. Minttours.com. Make sure you sign up for Chad's week. Make it sell out. Give Chad your money. Let's keep Chad employed. I want Chad to buy another Airbnb. He deserves it. He's paid his dues. Splitboarding with Chad is totally the answer. Everyone go splitboarding with Chad Otterstrom. Follow Chad Otterstrom on Instagram. Remember to go to Blaze's boot camp for the week that he's there too. And make sure he takes you splitboarding. And when he says he's taking you splitboarding, he's got an adult Bjorn that he straps you on his back, and then he goes and climbs with you on it. That is the answer. That is the answer for Chad. Always. Always the answer. Oh. And he gets to spin again. Because of course he does. Person 4 up gets a spin. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So we got this question from Jovo D. Have either of you ridden the Burton Mystery Hometown Hero? I haven't. I don't know. Burton's just too fucking hard to work with. Anyone that wants us to ride Burton should just keep emailing them and hounding them and tell them to get their heads out of their ass and wipe the shit from their eyes so they work with us. Because otherwise, I'm not reaching out anymore. I'm fucking over it.
Aren't those mystery boards like thousands, like $1,500 a piece? Aren't the mystery versions like $1,500
I think so,
a piece?
something like that. Next question gets a spin. Let's find one here. Let's see. Okay, let's find one. Beeswax wants to know, can TC carve it? Would you replace Kevin and can Kevin carve it? We'll put a Kevin mullet wig on you, and you can be Kevin, and you can carve it.
We'll see.
Okay. And then we got this one from Beziums. With how fast the 161 Aeronaut sold out, would dropping to a 159 be that big of a deal for me or not? He's a Satchmo. I wouldn't put you on the 59. You need a 61. And it is not fully sold out. Some shops have not posted that they've gotten it in stock. I know that Underground here in Breck will have it, and Gravity and Copper will have it. So you just they just haven't updated their stuff. So it's still out there. There's still sizes available in the 61. They just haven't put it up available yet. So and remember to spray them all. All right. And we got this super chat from HW. I was looking at the 2023/ATV. Is it good? Seems like you liked it. I've never ridden full camber before, and I'm not getting any younger, so you should probably learn how to ride full camber. The ATV is solid. I liked it. I had fun with it. It's got that mild 3D shaping in it. The Slash stuff's solid. It's a little heavy. I mean, they're made at Meditech, which isn't the greatest factory, but yeah, you can definitely do it. So support your local shop. All right. We got this one from SourceFit. Favorite board from the Nitro Quiver series? Canon 203. Big one. It has to be the pink one. Big pink.
Yeah.
I don't want that blue bullshit they've got going on this year. I want big pink. I want it to look like a giant fucking vibrator when I'm carrying that thing through the base area. Ugh. Ugh. And shout out to the bomb hole for tuning in and saying Chad is a legend. Factually true. Chad is a goddamn living legend. I will die on this hill. He is the greatest pro snowboarder of any generation. He is the working man's pro that has made it beyond and superseded when every pro in his generation has retired and kind of slowed down. He actually progressed and got better and has brought up so many. And what he has done for snowboarding will live on in infamy, and we will be talking about it 20 years from now.
Dude, he's still going up there and building just booters on the I-70 corridor. And hats off to you, man. That's like...
Also, Bobby Meeks was on Bomb Hole this week.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby loves lions. You should go do that, and then you should go watch some of his video parts, like from Lame and After Bang. Mm-hmm. So, do that. Yeah. But, yeah. I feel like a lot of people are realizing the same thing. Chad is the fucking man. Chad is the man. So we need to take care of Chad at all costs. Also, he'll be down at Mecca this weekend. So if you're tooling around down there, make sure you go by the Academy booth, slap him a high five, listen to DJ Zach Rawls spinning it. You know, solid stuff. There you go. Peter Dabrowski, I think Avery was just lonely the whole time because he's less angry at TC Run. No, I'm actually on new meds for my brain damage. It's a lot different these days. It's fucking weird. All right. Okay, so Chad wants everyone to know, thanks for sold out for the Mint Tours, but I'll be running Tavern Tours this spring, but Blaze Bootcamp has openings. Also, I'm doing long-term lease to locals, supporting the locals till Airbnb kicks back in. Okay, cool. So Chad's a good dude. I still think he needs to buy another Airbnb.
Chad, where were you a month ago when I needed a place to live?
Could have lived in Chad's house.
I could have lived in Chad's house.
Your bedroom could have been the little, the under the stairs one.
Yeah.
You know?
Could have been the studio, too. I could have went from on top of the stairs to under the stairs, but, you know.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I love this. Jason Evangelist, I really do want you guys to test ride Burton boards and bindings. Yeah, well, Burton's too busy fucking giving influencers and chicks in yoga pants shit, so they don't want to send anything our way, so fuck it, I don't care.
I'll
Moved
put
$1
on
million worth of product, and none of that was Burton.
I'll put on the yoga pants if that's what it takes them.
No, I'm not letting you do that. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of jumping through hoops for that organization. Fuck them. They want to go sit around and huff each other's farts and talk about crystals and being all inclusive and shit when they fire their inclusivity expert. Like, fuck them. They need to go do the right thing. Like, fuck them. I don't give a fuck about them. Like, they want to work with us? Fine. I'm not jumping through hoops. I'm done with it. I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. I'm over it. So, yeah. Ugh.
You see what happens when you say he's not angry and then you bring up Burton?
All right. We got this one from Kareem Raslin. Thoughts on taking a K2 excavator versus the Battalion Snow Surfer to Japan? I would take the Surfer all damn day. Fuck, that's what that board's designed for. Get the biggest one you can with the biggest swallowtail and go crush some pow. Yeah. I mean, you agree with that one?
Yeah. Yeah, that board, I mean, it just has like one of the funnest shapes out there too, where it's just a massive nose on it, and then it just gets down to like those tiny little fins in the back that just flex really well. Like, yeah, I would definitely go the Snow Surfer all day.
Yeah, I mean the Surfer just crushes it. Okay, then we got this one from Toby. What do you guys think of the K2 Party Platter? I'm poor as fuck, and someone is selling last year's one for pretty cheap. That board's fun for being like, because it's short and wide, it's camber dominant, it's like. It's a fun ass party board. Like, it's solid. So
well, you can still set it up true twin if you want. Like, it has the inserts so you can, and it's a fun board, dude. Weston at P Tools, that dude ripped that board in the park like all year long.
Dude, I've never not had a good day on like on a party platter. The old version, the new version, I always have a blast on that. That thing is such a good board. Yeah. Okay. And then we got another one from Kareem. Where can I buy a Capita Megadeth snowboard? Will they do a restock this year? Like I was saying with the Aeronaut, some shops haven't put it up that they have it available, and some shops haven't gotten in. I think what you're going to have to do is go off the beaten path and check with smaller shops. But what I would do is call Gravity at Copper, and you want to talk to Steve or Tiffany and see if they've got one in, and see if you can just buy it before it even ships to them, and then they'll just ship it out to you. But that's what I would do. I know that they're going to carry that. So yeah. All right. And then we got this one from Joe Jaskoviak. For a little bit of everything for a ride fanboy on the East Coast, Super Pig or Deep Fake? Deep Fake. Deep Fake.
Yeah.
Deep Fake. Yeah. I think someone's onto something with Tahoe Jones. Chad on his bike would be a solid bumper sticker. The daily bike ride let him build those hiking legs. Yeah, wait till this winter when you see Chad riding his fat bike down Main Street in a snowstorm. It's fucking great. I love it. Love every minute of it. Like, I hope that at some point we can get a bronze statue of Chad to immortalize what he's done for Breckenridge snowboarding, because he truthfully deserves it. I will. If we can make enough money, I'm going to fucking do it. Yeah.
Papa Monks-esque, though.
Oh, yeah, bare ass, totally.
Yeah.
And we'll make Todd Richards do the dedication.
Yeah. The induction ceremony.
Yeah. So this one's for you from My Knees Are Cheese. If I drop a $30 super chat, will TC unbutton the top one? $50, he'll do the top two.
Okay.
Let's see it happen. Let's make it happen. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we've kind of caught up on questions here. So if you got, we'll take last few ones. So if you guys got them, get them in now. We're going to try to do it. Make sure you click the cultural mystery link of the week. And so you want to do that. Check out the description. Review dropping every day of the week for probably the next 130 plus days for you guys. So yeah, there's definitely that. We definitely want to try to do that, but yeah, we're slowing down. So we're going to, if you got any last final questions, let's get them in here. We're going to try to answer them, and then we're going to dip out. Okay. So we got this one from Daniel Naranjo. Averin, for the Endeavor archetype, did you like the width of the 160 wide was better for your boot versus the 58? I've read it's narrow at the back foot. I wish I had a 60 wide. I've got a 58 wide, and with my 10 Thraxis, it works, but the 60 wide would have been better. They just didn't have it. The taper on that board is so aggressive that back foot just gets really, really, really narrow. So, yeah. So, all right. Well, let's see. Yeah, like I said, we're trying to finish this up, trying to get the last of that, but I think we've had a good time today. What do you think, TC? Should we start to wind this down?
Sure. I gotta pee anyway.
I gotta pee. Well, okay. So we're gonna take this one from Dylan Nugent. Mind expander or pick your line on ink. Love trees, steep side heads. Home mountain is Palisades, Tahoe. Get the pick your line on ink.
100%. 100% on that. Way more versatile, especially for those side hits. You're gonna love it.
Yeah. And we got one final super chat from BZMs. Are you going to run for mayor or city council? No. One, they don't pay enough, and those jobs are unthankful. Everyone's mean to you. Our mayor cries like a little bitch. Oh, people are being mean to me. I didn't know this was going to happen. What the fuck did you think was going to happen? You're the face of getting bitched at. So
I think it'd be fun to be the mayor.
Yeah. All right. So anyways, we're going to get out of here, guys. So remember, check out those links in the description. Watch those videos. If you're trying to order anything online, click the affiliate links. One of the shops probably has something for you on sale or whatnot. But yeah, we're going to get out of here. We definitely got some stuff to do. TC's got to pee. I got to take my dog for a walk. But thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys. We'll be back next Thursday with more shenanigans and whatnot. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.